Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is a special edition of the Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And now the offensive starters for the Packers.
It's tough to be an offensive lineman in Green Bay because their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, knows how to keep plays alive and often extends them for 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds. But David Bakhtiari, his left tackle, he does it as well as anyone could ever expect. Excellent footwork, knows that the plays are going to stay alive for a long time. Often will get 2 or 3 blocks on the same play.
Throwing now is Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Of course, he's coming off that monster game in their wild card victory, but that's his first catch here in the divisional round. Here's Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The starters on defense here for Los Angeles.
Aaron Donald's dimensions were talked about big time when he first entered the league. Many called him undersized. Now they just call him all-pro.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check 43.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Check. Walk 54. It's our time. This is our time, guys. This is our time.
On play action, Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They go play action here on 1st down. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of their defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Rodgers going to throw. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
While in college, quarterback teams that improved their win total from 1 his freshman year to 5 his sophomore year to 8 his junior year. Love that type of improvement. Love that type of diligence.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The headshots here are the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Mike Daniels continues to get better and better with each year. A nice run stopper inside.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Williams. And an alley to run. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Come on now. 319. Right there, right there. 319. Yo.
First down, Packers.
On 1st, here's Rodgers. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a 1st down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win.
First down, Green Bay.
You ain't got nothing. Hey.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Rodgers gives this to Jones. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. And some nice running going to get him down close to a 1st down at the 18-yard line. Getting the sense Charles are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not?
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 2 touchdown passes now here in this 1st quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Still 1st quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Cooks flashing the footwork, and he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. On first down, it's gone. Left to Higbee. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tyler Higbee, 27 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was a prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes Davante Adams in the offense for their next drive. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Rodgers now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Rodgers to throw. That's complete to Meredith. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The Packers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Let's go, baby.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Here's Goff. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Goff. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the 46-yard line.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. He's got the first down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either. Rodgers now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Samson Ebukam drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
We've watched this a lot.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And the Rams with a score. Touchdown. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return, where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Rodgers now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got Sternberger. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That's caught by Meredith right side. 23 yards, the final tally. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
That's it, baby.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Rodgers on the money to the tight end, Graham. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Second and goal from the 6 this time. This is Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now a throw left sideline here is complete, and he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one as a receiver is got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now it's gone. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. First down now, but the clock continues to move. On 1st and 10, Goff. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's third down. Goff now to throw. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
Come on now, let's go.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play there, second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, here's Goff. This is caught, it's Cooks. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On first and goal, Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. That'll go as a loss of 5. So that'll set the offense back 5, make it 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on first down. Caught left side, Williams. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
A gain of 14 brings up second and 1 at the 37-yard line.
On second down, it's Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 31.
Alert three.
The backup, Rob Kelly, his first carry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 27, Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Goff. Higbee secures it over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Here we go.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. Now Gurley staying down. Oh, let's hope he's all right. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Henderson will try and run for the 1st. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the 1st down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself,
It got his man complete. Give him 32 on the play.
just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here we go.
From the 38, Rodgers. And Graham's got it over the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Rodgers now on first down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Aaron Donald just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 8 yards in the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A 36-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's go.
Goff now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. This one to the left to Higbee. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw is Goff. And Cooks has it over the middle. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now a 1st down throw. Goff. Throw complete right side to Cooks. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Goff throwing again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it. For
pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Mike Daniels in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
So he was struggling a bit, misses a couple, then he bangs a really long one through.
And Brandon, doesn't it just figure? He'd had a few misses, as you noted, but his coach had confidence to run him back out there and let him bomb away from long distance. And this time, he puts it through.
Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got Adams on the hookup. He's got the first down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. On second down now. It's Kelly, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Keep playing hard, fellas. Let's get it.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. It's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Hey, alert.
The Rams going for it on fourth. Goff. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
He's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
From the gun on third down, Goff. Man open, it's It's Kupp. He's got it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 40. Goff now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. He gets it to Cooks. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
We got to get the ball. Do you get the ball right here?
Goff. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Goff on the draw play to Henderson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now it's Goff. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
There you go.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't matter. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. He's got the first down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either.
Here we go, here we go.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
They'll run on first down. Williams. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 20-yard line.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA